Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Kyle with Shadow Force Unit Airsoft Team, and today I want to show you guys my HK45 by KWA. I think you guys will really like it. I absolutely love it. It's a great gun, and I'm going to do a review today of it for you, the externals, the internals, and, you know, overall everything that I love about it, which is everything, except a couple things. I'll go over the things I don't like, but here it is. This is the HK45. Fully licensed. There's trademarks all over this thing. I mean, there are trademarks everywhere. It is a mean looking gun. It's from all the KWA pistols that I've shot, it is the most accurate, funnest to shoot, just absolutely fantastic, and I've had nothing but great things to say about it. So let's go ahead and get started. We have a very realistic design, true to the original HK45 and whatnot. The hammers, a hammer. The slide release is ambidextrous on both sides. You can see that there. The safety is not ambidextrous. It is only on this side, and the also features a decocker. When it's cocked, you can put it on safe. Whoops. Yeah. When it's cocked, you can put it on safe. But if it's not cocked, you can't put it on safe. You wouldn't really need to because it's not cocked, but and then you can put it on fire, of course. But the way to decock is you push down on this lever, and the hammer goes back to where it was. Oh, you can't put it on safe when the hammer is up. My fault. For some reason, I thought you couldn't. You can't pull the trigger though, obviously, because it's on safe. I don't know what I'm thinking. Anyway, so the magazine release is also ambidextrous instead of like the M9 style. I'm used to the M9 because that's what I had before, being like in here. It's right here on the edge of the trigger guard there, and it's ambidextrous. It's on both sides, which is nice if you're a lefty or whatnot, and you're really sad that the world's made for righties. H&K has you covered, unless you want to use your safety feature, in which case, they kind of said, screw you guys, it's a righties world. So yeah, so the magazine release, works fine. Very great. The way to disassemble the gun is you got to pull the slide back to where it's really hard to see because I don't have the best of lighting in here, but right here you got to match that up, and then you push. Whoops! You got to push on this side, this right here, and it will pop. It'll pop that out, and then you pull that off, and then you pull it back, and it slides right off. But I'll go over the internals and everything later. I'd like to finish wrapping up the gun first, or the externals of the gun. So just put that back on, and we are back in business. Okay, so cool feature about the HK45 is it has an adjustable back strap, which is very nice if you want a better grip, or if you have a different grip than what comes on. And I put on the other handguard. I forgot if it was the bigger one or the smaller one that I like. I just put on the other one, and the other one felt better. So it gives me a very good grip. The grip itself is ergonomic, so that's nice. It also has a spot for a pistol lanyard, and that's what I use. I rock a pistol lanyard, and I like one short enough to where if it falls out of my holster, it doesn't hit the ground, so it doesn't like smash up my gun and everything, because that's no fun. And I like a pistol lanyard because someone can't take it from me or whatever. The sights are really easy to acquire because they have the three white makes target. Oh god, I suck at this. Target acquisition very easy. So that about wraps. Oh, and the rail. Yeah, this is a. It's not proprietary. It's a standard 1913 Picatinny rail. So any of your pistol accessories or whatnot, you can fit on there, which is great. That was a smart move to do that there. I'm not sure if the real steel one's like that. I shouldn't be pointing this at my face. I don't know if the real steel one's like that, but this one is. So if KWA decided to do 1913 rail, good job KWA. I have nothing but good things to say about KWA. Oh, the orange tip, right. So you're not supposed to take that off, or at least you shouldn't, or it's frowned upon, or you're not supposed to talk about how you're supposed to do it and whatever. So don't do it, but if you want to, I don't even know where my orange tip is. I keep it just in case like the cops come and they get really mad. I mean, I know that's dumb, but I keep it anyway. So the orange tip's glued on, but you can pull it off. What I did was I took a box cutter and I cut the cut it around here. I didn't cut any of the barrel off. I just stuck it in between the orange tip and the barrel and cut all the way around a couple times to make sure I got all the glue, and then I pulled it off with a set of vice grips. And my orange tip's a little crushed because I guess I pulled it too hard on the vice grip, but or spun the thing too tight. But yeah, and I had this weird green thing, like a seal or something, like it was like an O-ring kind of. I didn't know what that did, but it kept getting stuck whenever I would close the slide. It would get stuck right there. So I hope it doesn't really serve a purpose. It hasn't affected the performance of my gun, so we'll say that it doesn't serve a purpose. So now we'll go ahead and take a look at the internals, and I'll do the disassembly, and I'll talk to you about why I love KWA so much and their new hop-up design here. So like I said earlier, I'll move this down so you can see what I'm doing here. I'll put a towel so it's a better background instead of the black, so you can actually see what I'm doing. So like I said, we're just going to take this off, right, and then pull back and slide it right through. Okay, we're going to look at the lower first. I got everything nice and lubed up here. Not really too much to say about the lower because it doesn't really do anything except the the hammer and all the safety stuff. But everything's well constructed. Very light actually, because this is polymer, I think. No, I don't know what it is. I think it's polymer. I'm not really sure. Maybe this is metal and this is polymer. I know the hand's polymer, but anyway, you get the idea. So lower's good. The slide itself is very nice. The way you take the spring guide out, or at least how I do, is you pull back on the spring, and then this thing, it keeps the spring guide in place. Like I said, I don't know if this is HK or if this is KWA being smart, but then you pull back on that, and then you can take the spring out. So, and then after that, you can take the barrel and hop-up unit and inner barrel out. The inner barrel goes inside the outer barrel, right there. See? Oops! Wow, I'm an idiot. Yeah, I'm an idiot. I left the BB in there. I don't remember cycling it. Oh well. So the slide and the NS2 fun stuff works very well. It's all lubed up, ready to go. Just great stuff. The hop-up design is the new thing in the KWA HK45, and that it's really similar to their AEGs, and with that I get accuracy, or not accuracy, well, it's really accurate, but I get range on par with my KWA M4, and that's pretty substantial. I'm shooting the same KWA perfect 2.5 BBs out of both of them, but the accuracy and the range in this is phenomenal. Way better than my M9 that would curve to the left a little bit. Maybe it was just because I sucked at cleaning it or whatever, but I have nothing but good things to say about the performance of this gun. I mean, that's not really surprising because it is a KWA, but it's still very interesting. Reassembly, you just put that back in there, pull the spring down, and push it into the wherever the spring guide goes, and then you take this thing. I wish I knew the vocab, and push it down, and then I'm sure there's an easier way to do this, and make sure you get the spring guide. There's a little notch on the spring guide that mates with this. It's on here and it meets with this, and it meets right there. It's like a round peg in a round hole, and So you just slide it back on. Whoops. I didn't do that right. Has to go on the lower, Kyle. Don't be so silly. And then you just stick it back in. And then make sure it meets up with that little notch I was telling you guys about. And then there you go. So that's the HK45. Very crisp. Very just a very good gun. Very pleased with it and everything about it. So I recommend you guys check it out. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like us on Facebook. All right, guys.